Hi everyone, it's Aditya. Today we are going to learn how to make butter chicken and my mom is going to teach me.
Now this butter chicken, or rather we shouldn't be calling it butter chicken, the restaurant style chicken is going to be very different and unique because we are not going to use any oil or butter or any type of fat, but only the very basic ingredients. You will be surprised to know that we will not be using onion as well. So before we move into the ingredients in detail, you might have noticed that we have some ripened tomatoes here. We are just going to put them into the boiling water for blanching them so that it gets ready before we move on to the next step. Here the water is boiling. Just we are going to drop it into that so that it's boiling very well, and we are going to blanch them. So we will learn how to blanch them little later. Let them get boiled. So we have taken 6 medium-sized tomatoes.
Well, now here are the ingredients for our butter chicken. This is 400 grams of chicken, quarter teaspoon of garam masala, quarter teaspoon of pepper powder, 1 teaspoon of chili powder, 1.5 teaspoon of coriander powder, 2 teaspoon of what is this?
Cumin powder.
Okay.
Or jeeragatul.
And salt according to your taste. We will also use 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste, 2 tablespoons of curd, and
half a tablespoon of kasuri methi, which is actually dried methi or vendekire.
Now what should we do with all these ingredients?
Just nothing. We are just going to mix everything. Just add everything. We are just going to reserve this methi for later. We'll keep it aside and we will just be mixing all these ingredients well. Just mix it. First you start with the chicken. Curd, so that's 2 tablespoons of curd with 2 teaspoons of ginger garlic paste and the rest of the dry ingredients. Just toss everything in and mix well. If you have the luxury of spending some time, it's ideal that you just marinate everything and leave it in the fridge for some time. But if you don't have any time, then you can just carry over. We really don't have to worry about marinating them for long. We'll just have to mix well. In this, if you have noticed, we have not used turmeric powder because we want to give it a kind of a reddish look, but we are not going to use any artificial color either. We are just going to go with the natural color from the tomatoes. So now we have used, if you have noticed, 1 minute more. We have used a combination of, I have taken 3 tomatoes which are the nati type, and the other 3 are of the Bangalore type of tomatoes, which are less sour in taste. So if you don't have those tomatoes, you can just use the regular tomatoes and just skip the curd because it is already going to be sour. So now that it has mixed well, we are just going to toss it into the pan. And we are not even going to add any oil. Now we are going to just add the marinated chicken into the pan, and you might have noticed that there is no oil inside this. And throughout this recipe we are not going to use any oil or butter either, but we are just going to see, I have just asked him to add a little oil. Mix everything. We don't want to waste any ingredients over here. We are just going to add a little water to all the masalas that we have. Just rinse the bowl well so that we don't waste this. Just add it. First you toss this. Wait. Mix that well. Just give it a nice stir. We really don't have to worry about sauteing anyway. All the dry ingredients, everything has been added to it. It is going to be a really simple one. Just toss it for like 30 seconds in high flame. Okay, it can be tossed for like few more seconds. Then once you see that the color of the chicken is turning, just leave it for a minute. Just once you notice that the color of the chicken is turning, you might have observed that the pinkish shade of the chicken is moving into white. It's turning white and pale. So now is when we will be rinsing the bowl of masala well and be tossing into it. Now that we've rinsed the bowl very well, we are just adding around half a cup, or add it like less than like 60-70 ml of water. Mix it well, give it a nice stir so that you're sure that the masalas are all well mixed. So we have used only chili, coriander powder along with garam masala. Cumin powder is very important. Cumin powder is what gives you that flavor in this dish. Cumin along with coriander powder. So mix it well and just simmer the flame. Enough ma. Simmer the flame. Podum. Simmer the flame and close it. We will cover and cook it till the gravy, the chicken is soft. Meanwhile, we be noticing that our tomatoes are boiling. Now here is a trick that you may have to learn. As I said earlier, whenever you are blanching your tomatoes, drop them only in boiling water, and if you poke them when they are half done, what happens really, it helps in boiling them faster. Did you notice that? As soon as I poke this tomato, the skin has started cracking, and this is going to fast track your process and also help you in peeling them easily. So just ensure that you're just poking all of them so that your job becomes little easier when we are done. So once these things are done, we will be making a paste out of it, and I'll show you how. Here is a trick that you may have to learn. As I said earlier, whenever you are blanching your tomatoes, drop them only in boiling water, and if you poke them when they are half done, what happens really, it helps in boiling them faster. Did you notice that? As soon as I poke this tomato, the skin has started cracking, and this is going to fast track your process and also help you in peeling them easily. So just ensure that you're just poking all of them so that your job becomes little easier when we are done. So once these things are done, we will be making a paste out of it, and I'll show you how. Once in a while, you please remember to check whether there is enough water in this chicken, just to ensure that it doesn't dry and stick to the pan. And if you feel that the water has reduced, you can feel comfortable, you can feel free to add a little more water, but only a little at a time. The chicken is getting cooked, and we see that the water has reduced a bit, so we will add a little water, maybe just a little. Just a little. Yeah, enough I think. Okay, just give it a nice stir and cover it again. Okay, now it's been some time, like 10 minutes, and our tomatoes are also ready. Let's switch the flame off and get it out. It's really hot, please be very careful in handling this. So we are just going to drop it into a tub of cold water, cold matlab I mean normal water, and just going to drop it in. After a few minutes, like when you feel that you can comfortably handle it with your fingers, we are just going to peel them, and then we are going to remove the pulp inside, because that pulp is what gives you that very sour taste which we don't want. So we are going to remove the pulp and then grind it into a paste. So thanks Adat, I'll call you after a while. Okay, now it's time to peel our tomatoes. I have just kept one for the sample. So we are just going to remove this center part of this tomato, because normally it is found to be hard and it is little difficult to grind it out as well. So it is easy to peel them now because they have already been blanched. And once you peel them off, remember to just squeeze it off, so that you just remove all that pulp and seeds from within. Then once that is done, we are just going to grind all of them together and make it into a nice paste. Yes, the chicken is almost done. It has cooked well and you will be able to see it boiling. We are going to give it a nice stir. You don't have to worry at this stage if the gravy is thickened, because we are really going to add more cream and the tomato paste to it, which is going to give you a nice gravy. Okay, now let it be in the simmer, and meanwhile we have heated up another pan in which we are going to add the tomato paste that we have made. Here again we have not added any oil or anything. We are just going to toss it into a dry pan. Now we are just going to ensure that the water extract from this paste is all gone. But of course you will not get any raw flavor from this, because anyway the tomatoes are already blanched. We are just going to ensure that it is like dried up a bit, after which we will be adding a new ingredient, because we are not going to add any butter or cream to this dish. Since we are not going to use any butter in this dish, we are going to add the cream. So this is some full fat milk, the normal milk that we use. So from which we are just going to skim out the cream. So this is around 1 ladle, which I am going to just add it into this. If you feel that the volume is lesser, you can even add 1 more ladle of the milk. This is the twist in this dish. We are going to have a nice flavor in this dish only because of this cream. And if you have ready-made cream at home, like Damul's cream or something, you can use that as well. But in that case you can use little lesser quantity for 400 grams of chicken that we are making, because that is going to give you more thickness to the gravy. Now as we keep stirring it, we will be adding half a teaspoon of sugar to this. So this is again the secondary twist. So this is going to balance in the gravy, the spices, and blend it nicely well and give you that nice flavor out of it. But you don't have to worry, it will not be kind of a sweetish dish really. It will be spicy, but it will be balancing the spices in this gravy. Now our tomato sauce is ready and the chicken is also ready. Just shift it down, Adit. Shift this down, and we are going to just move this here so that we have a better view. And now we are going to toss this sauce that we have just made into the gravy. can really add a little more water to this. Now that we have added the tomato paste, we will be adding the water as well. Thank you. Mix it well. And at this stage you can check for salt. If you want to add a little more, you can add it right now. We have just checked and it is all fine, so we are not going to add anything more. Okay, so just let it boil and mix it, get blended well for like 30 seconds, after which we will be finishing this recipe. This dish will be ready to be served. But finally, before we are done, we should remember to add the methi that we have reserved. Enough. Now you add the methi. This is kasuri methi, which is half a tablespoon. Okay. You can even add lesser than that if you don't like the flavor of it, but actually this gives you a rounded up flavor to this dish. But remember, if you add more, it will become bitter as well, so keep that in mind when you are adding it. So we will allow this to get cooked up for like a minute more, after which we will be serving the dish garnished with coriander leaves. Enough. So here is our butter chicken masala ready, which is made without butter but a lot of cream inside this. So now we are done. We will just be finishing it with some chopped coriander. We have actually switched off the flame. We are just going to add it and mix it. Enough. That's it. It's ready to be served. You can serve it actually with rotis or fulkas or even pulao. So here is a new gen butter chicken masala, suitable mainly for lazy people who always complain they don't have time, and also for those who are diet conscious but are foodies.
Can I garnish the butter chicken?
Yes, you can. Just finish it off with coriander. And here it is, really ready to be served. The nice and yummy butter chicken.